afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday, Zorba Pastor Day.
That's right. We'll be taking your calls for Dr. Pastor later this hour. Mark and I will let you know when it's time to call in.
But first, topping our headlines today, the Dane County Sheriff's Office didn't use his name, but it seemed to reference Quadron Wilson's situation when defending medical treatment for inmates today.
Plus, nearly 100 charges, all for the same offense. It is one extreme example of a troubling issue. We sit down with Dane County District Attorney Ishmael Ozan to look at setting bail.
And state representatives are digging in for what could be a very long night of debate over workforce bills, why both sides say their approach is common sense. Let's take a look outside. Boy, what a difference a day makes.
It was chilly today.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, very cold.
And it seemed even colder because of yesterday, but we have roller coaster temperatures, which means hopefully they're on the rise. Austin's in the backyard with more on that.
It still is pretty cold outside right now. Can't lie about that. 16 degrees, but it feels like it's just 2. Thanks to a north-northwesterly breeze of just around 13 miles per hour. It is going to stay quite chilly here for tonight, but we are looking to stay dry for most of these next few hours. Still going to see a chance of a few flurries or lighter snow showers for some of our southern communities. We did see some of that passing through around Platteville, Monroe, and even Janesville, but it looks like that's pretty much the end of this system. Most of that snowfall, rain, and even some strong to severe thunderstorms is missing us all to the south. So I know a lot of people are really wanting to see those larger snowfall totals here locally. Not going to see it with this system. You're going to have to travel down south to Illinois to actually see some of those heavy snowfall totals. Now, our current temperatures at about 16 degrees right here in Madison. We are going to see these temperatures falling quite a bit here later on tonight. So it is going to be quite the cold night yet again. But once we really do clear out the last of these flurries for some of our southernmost communities, we're going to stay dry here for the rest of tonight. Currently 12 degrees in Wisconsin Dells right now. So it's pretty cold out there, and it's only going to get colder. A low of 2 degrees. That early flurry is going to be possible. But then we're going to clear out the skies, eventually seeing partly cloudy to even mostly clear skies at times. That'll really help drive down our temperatures, but they're not going to stay too cold for very long. We actually have quite the roller coaster ride of temperatures, and I'll have all the details you need to know coming up in our extended forecast a little bit later on.
All right, Austin, thank you so much. The Dane County Sheriff's Office released more information today regarding health care in the Dane County Jail.
It seems largely as a response to their medical handling of Quadron Wilson, the man shot while being arrested on the east side 2 weeks ago. The statement said, in part, Dane County contracts with WellPath, a private organization specializing in providing medical services to correctional facilities. The statement also addressed the issue of when a person is released from the hospital, saying the decision to discharge that person from the hospital is entirely a medical decision reached by staff and is in no way influenced by the Dane County Sheriff's Office.
Wilson's family has been outspoken in the week since the shooting, saying the 38-year-old was shot in the back 5 times and was unarmed. The family says Wilson should be returned to the hospital for treatment. He is expected to make his initial court appearance for a drug charge tomorrow. One person, 93 active bail jumping charges. Tonight, a former prominent restaurant owner in Madison remains in jail on allegations of stalking and domestic violence.
His case is an example of how and when our Dane County Prosecutor's Office chooses to crack down on this type of case. Naomi Coles joins us to explain. Naomi?
Prosecutors don't discuss details of open criminal cases. That's an ethical concern. But District Attorney Ishmael Ozan did agree to talk with me about the reasoning behind cases like this. Now, this specific case has generated a lot of interest in our community as bail reform takes center stage in Wisconsin and our legislature. 3 separate times in April, September, and December last year, Patrick Sweeney was released on a $500 signature bond. Each time, it was for new charges related to domestic abuse of the same victim. Now, it was while released in several of those cases that he incurred a total of 93 additional bail jumping charges, largely for contacting and harassing his victim despite ordered not to in the conditions of his bail. But it wasn't until about a month ago, in his 4th case with the same victim, that the prosecutor's office raised his bond to a $50,000 cash bail and added 64 of those bail jumping charges, thus effectively so far keeping him in jail. While Ozan was not talking about this case specifically, he did explain how his office handles cases like this.
Smaller violations actually become much more serious, especially if they're repeated. And so in those situations, we would likely charge more of the specifics where we felt it was appropriate.
Most of the time, he acknowledged they don't look to charge each instance of a violation. Now, tonight at 6 o'clock, we're taking a closer look at how and when our prosecutor's office chooses to crack down on cases where stalking and bail jumping start to blur the lines.
Naomi, we'll see you at 6. Thank you. After a night in which Madison police officers were called to the scene of at least 4 shots fired calls across the city, Chief Sean Barnes is calling for the community's help in coming together to stop gun-related crimes. This map shows the 4 incidents that were reported between 8:40 p.m. yesterday and 12:28 this morning, stretching from the city's east side to the south side. Barnes says up until Wednesday night, the city was doing pretty well when it came to shots fired incidents, at least compared to last year, but he is calling for the community's help in coming together to stop gun-related crimes.
We don't want to live in a city where we hear gunfire, and all too often, this is what I hear in my personal conversations with some of our community members. And so we're certainly working to understand when and where these incidences occur. We're working to look at prolific offenders.
Barnes says they don't know yet if any of Wednesday night's incidents were connected. Officers are still looking through shell casings to see if any of them came from the same weapon. At least one of the incidents is reportedly stemmed from a case of road rage. However, Barnes said they need the public's help in these cases, including calling 911 before confrontations end with gun violence.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office says 1 person is dead after a 4-vehicle crash this morning on Highway 14 between Oregon and Brooklyn. The crash happened around 7:30 this morning near Waterman Road when a car traveling northbound crossed the center line and sideswiped a southbound vehicle and then hit another southbound car head-on. A 4th car then rear-ended the first car. 1 other person was injured. The sheriff's office is not saying which driver died. Highway 14 reopened around 1 o'clock this afternoon after being closed since the time of the crash.
Another busy day at the Capitol. The Wisconsin Assembly is scheduled to pass a package of Republican-authored bills designed to force more people into the workforce by tightening eligibility for unemployment benefits and Medicaid coverage. The proposals give Republicans a platform to discuss the state worker shortage problem while making the case that part of what's fueling it are public benefits that are too generous. The Democrats disagree.
We need to be raising wages, investing in multimodal transportation, our schools, and addressing the cost of childcare. Prioritizing these policies will make Wisconsin a place where working people can thrive and will attract talent from other states.
Republicans say their package of bills will get people back to work and less dependent on the state, helping them out.
These are supposed to be programs that help you get back on your feet and get back to work. To be able to avoid looking for work and collect these benefits just seems wrong to average people when you get outside the Madison bubble.
Before debate began on the floor, Speaker Robin Vos said the Assembly parlor, where many of these news conferences are held, will be named in honor of outgoing UW System President Tommy Thompson, a former governor and lawmaker. The Secretary of State made an unscheduled stop at the United Nations today to lay out the U.S. concerns over Russia's continued military buildup along Ukraine's borders.
President Biden says he believes the threat of an invasion is very high and could happen in the next several days.
Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
Let me be clear. I am here today not to start a war, but to prevent one.
Sitting before the United Nations Security Council, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken passionately called on Russia to de-escalate tensions with Ukraine.
The Russian government can announce today that Russia will not invade Ukraine, and then demonstrate it by sending your troops, your tanks, your planes back to their barracks and hangars, and sending your diplomats to the negotiating table.
The Kremlin continues to deny it plans to attack its neighbor, but the U.S. says Russia is setting the stage with an increased troop presence, a cyber campaign targeting Ukraine's government and critical infrastructure, and the spread of disinformation as pretext.
We have reason to believe that they are engaged in a false flag operation to have an excuse to go in.
Tensions ratcheted up Thursday. Officials accused Russian-backed forces of shelling this kindergarten in eastern Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russia has expelled the #2 U.S. diplomat diplomat from Moscow, which the U.S. described as an escalatory step. In a long-awaited response to a letter from the Biden administration, Russia says the U.S. ignored security concerns and threatened a, quote, military technical response.
There is nothing inevitable about this looming conflict.
U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin wrapped up meetings at NATO in Brussels before continuing to Poland and Lithuania. Russia and Ukraine are at the top of the agenda for him, and also for the Vice President and Secretary of State at the Munich Security Conference this week. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Well, former President Donald Trump is dealing with another legal setback in New York today. A judge refused to throw out a subpoena seeking Trump's testimony in a civil investigation of his business affairs by New York Attorney General Letitia James. The ruling won't be the last word in the matter. Trump's lawyers can still appeal, but if it's upheld, Trump and two of his children, Don Jr. and Ivanka, would have to meet with investigators from James's office and answer their questions. The Manhattan District Attorney is working on a parallel criminal probe into the Trump organization.
Funeral services were held today in Minneapolis for 22-year-old Amir Locke. Red roses draped the white casket of Amir Locke as friends and family said a final farewell. Locke was shot and killed by police earlier this month during a no-knock raid in the middle of the night at the apartment of Locke's cousin. His aunt told the mourners at the funeral it is time to end the controversial tactics.
Warrants have taken more lives than they have saved.
Locke's family and supporters want the Minneapolis Police Department to be held accountable. Police say they were looking for evidence in connection with a homicide investigation involving Locke's cousin, and that the no-knock warrant was necessary because it enables the officers to execute the warrant more safely. Minnesota has launched an investigation into the deadly shooting. Well, we have an exciting update to a fundraiser happening this weekend for the fallen firefighters out of Mineral Point.
Leah Lynchite has that news for us.
We first told you yesterday about first responders in Highland hosting a chicken barbecue to raise money for the families of those Mineral Point firefighters. Well, today we're getting some heartwarming news on that effort. You might remember last month, Fire Captain Brian Bush and firefighter James Ludlam were killed while responding to another crash. The fire truck they were in was turning into an emergency crossover just outside of Mineral Point when it was hit by a semi. So this Sunday, Highlands firefighters are hosting this chicken barbecue to raise money for those men's families. It starts at 11 at the Red Zone in Highland. You can get your chicken meal for $15, drive-through or walk-in. You can also prepay by calling the Red Zone at that number right there on your screen. And just this morning, we heard from the folks at the Red Zone that someone from Madison gave them a call yesterday, bought 50 tickets, and told them to hand them out to people who might not be able to afford it. The support doesn't stop there. Others are donating items to the silent auction. One woman from Madison offering up 3 homemade quilts in honor of her 3 brothers, who are all firemen. This effort hopes to raise $15,000, all in a single day. And as we continue to spread the word, we're hoping it's more than that.
All right, Leah, thank you. If you'd like to donate or go to the event, you can find all the information on channel3000.com. And there's more at 4. The Chinese or Lunar New Year is celebrated around the world.
Tonight, for the first time ever, it's officially being celebrated in Madison. We'll head to State Street, the site of tonight's festivities, when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
It's the A1 Furniture and Mattress Instant Cashback event. Save up to 40% off store-wide. Plus, get $50 instant cash back on every $500 you spend. Take advantage of 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online. Only at A1 Furniture.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Shop the President's Day sale at Grand Appliance for the area's best prices on top brands like GE and its family of premium appliance brands. Get their brand new 5.0 cubic foot top load profile washer with innovative antimicrobial technology for just $6.98. Or upgrade to GE's premium cafe line for precision performance, unique customizable designs, and up to $2,000 back on qualifying packages. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Why would Stanton Optical choose a spokesbird? They're not your typical eye care company. I'm not your typical penguin. We're a team. There's no I in eye care. Wait.
Get 2 pairs of glasses plus a free eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
News 3 Now is always on.
Get the Channel 3000 app, activate the push alerts, and we will send you breaking news, traffic, and weather alerts as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Get instant cash back on every mattress purchase over $500 only at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off top name brand mattresses. Plus get instant cash back and 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online now at A1 Furniture.
Well, if you have ever struggled to see because another driver's high beams were shining in your eyes, it happens to most of us, that problem could soon be a thing of the past.
Automakers will now be able to install adaptive driving beam headlights on new cars. That's according to a ruling from the Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The new lights are designed to shine less light on occupied areas of the road and more light on unoccupied areas. They're also useful for highlighting pedestrians, animals, and other objects without reducing the visibility of drivers and other vehicles. The ruling satisfies a requirement in the bipartisan infrastructure law.
A new kind of robot that will follow you around the shops, carry your groceries, and even act as a seat if you need to take a little break is undergoing assessment right now in the UK. Do you dread carrying around heavy grocery bags? Well, say hello to Gita, a robot shopping companion that's on hand to carry the bags for you. It's currently undergoing assessment in England, and developers hope it will make life easier for elderly shoppers and people with disabilities. Gita, meaning short trip in Italian, is developed by robotics company Piaggio Fast Forward and is being tested in Newcastle by the UK's National Innovation Centre for Aging, where Professor Nick Palmerani is director.
I think following is the key word here, because it's a robot that instead of something you step on or a vehicle that you step on, it's literally just following you, and it does it very well. It uses one of the most advanced technology, but its purpose is just to basically help you to walk more, help walk free from goods, because you can carry goods inside Gita.
The robot is able to follow its companion using recognition technology via onboard cameras. It's capable of carrying nearly 40 pounds of cargo in a lockable storage hold and even act, as we mentioned, as a seat. For the cost of nearly $3,000 up front or $103 per month, Gita may well take the heavy strain out of shopping for the less able. The robot actually encourages more movement overall.
Sort of like the starships on campus. But
yeah, very similar.
More advanced. Well, it looks like Taco Bell is trying to steal the spotlight from McDonald's Shamrock Shake. The fast food giant is bringing back the Klondike Choco Taco. It's a taco-shaped waffle cone filled with fudge-swirled vanilla ice cream covered in a nutty topping. The Klondike Choco Taco is available in 20 locations in Los Angeles and Milwaukee, although A press release from Taco Bell hints a nationwide rollout is possible.
If you're planning to buy a new house and you don't already have a low-interest mortgage, you're quickly running out of luck. Mortgage rates in the U.S. have risen again. The average 30-year fixed mortgage is now 3.92%. That is up from last week's 3.6% and the highest since the summer of 2019. According to Freddie Mac, the rate jump is due to inflation and stronger than expected consumer spending.
The Russia-Ukraine crisis weighed down Wall Street and markets worldwide. The Dow Industrials fell 622 points in the day at 34,312. The NASDAQ off 407, or nearly 3%. The S&P 500 fell 93, or over 2%. Do not look at your 401k today.
Oh, no.
All right. Better news. Across the globe, Asian communities this month are welcoming in the Year of the Tiger.
The Lunar New Year, more commonly known as Chinese New Year, is one of the most important holidays throughout Asia.
And for the first time, it's being celebrated in Madison on State Street tonight. Tiffany Kenny is the Executive Director of Madison Central Business Improvement District. Tiffany, welcome back.
Hi, Tiffany. What's going on tonight?
Hey. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming down to State Street to check out our first ever Lunar New Year celebration.
So what's the impetus for this?
Well, you know, one of the things is that we have so many unique special businesses on State Street, and so we surveyed them, tried to figure out what we knew, what would be interesting for them, and we have a very large Asian American Pacific Island community here on State Street. 10 of our restaurants are participating in this event tonight, and so we hope you'll think about coming down to join us.
Oh, it's wonderful. Now, the event tonight features a lion dance, which is very popular in Asian countries and brings good luck, right?
It absolutely does. So tonight we are very excited that the Zhongyi Kung Fu Association is going to bring a lion dance to Lisa Link Peace Park. We're here in the middle of State Street, kind of the heart of it all, and these internationally recognized performers who are local, but they get recognition across the globe for their performances. They're going to do a performance here at 6 p.m. tonight, and then after that performance, we're going to go up and down State Street offering blessings to those businesses that have signed up for it, that are Asian American owned, and that are participating in this Lunar New Year celebration.
Oh, what fun. So this is sort of a seed for maybe bigger things to come?
Well, I think so. You know, we were approached about the idea of a parade, and it's a little cold, but we could probably do it. And maybe we should start this way, with this dance, with a celebration, with gifts of red envelopes, with lots of luck, lots of good fortune, and just a really nice way to kick off this year.
You're holding the red envelope. I was just going to mention that. You give that to, you put money in it.
Okay.
And you give it to people as gifts. And there's usually a big lantern celebration as well. That might be something we could think about for next year up and down State Street.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Yes.
Absolutely. We are what we're looking at as the Business Improvement District, as downtown Madison, is what is the community like? What would they like to do on State Street? How do they want to use these beautiful public spaces? So maybe we do a lantern festival. We're starting here with this lion dance tonight, and we're really excited about all of the vibrant colors and music and just the creativity that it's going to really light up State Street tonight.
Yeah, there's a big population here. We should have a celebration, don't you think?
And if you've never seen a lion dance, it is a sight to behold. It is really spectacular.
And dinner's planned for you then. There's plenty of restaurants
there you go.
afterwards, right? Some of the best dumplings are right here on State Street.
Starts at 6 o'clock tonight? All right.
6 o'clock tonight, Lisa Link Peace Park.
All right. Tiffany, Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year, and thanks for coming downtown.
All right, have a blast. Still to come at 4, we're starting a new segment here on Live at 4 today. It's Travelers Throwback Thursday.
We're going to kick things off coming up after Austin's certified most accurate forecast.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale this weekend. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Everyone remembers the moment they heard, "You have cancer," how their world stopped, and when they found a way to face it. For some, this is where their Keytruda story begins. Keytruda, a breakthrough immunotherapy that may treat certain cancers. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
Today, Keytruda is FDA approved to treat 16 types of advanced cancer and is being studied in hundreds of clinical trials, exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See the different types of cancer Keytruda is approved to treat at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda can be part of your story.
As a Wisconsin parent, I've heard many different things about COVID-19 and its risks for kids. But as a Wisconsin pediatrician, I've also learned the facts. Children can get seriously ill from COVID-19. They can experience long COVID symptoms too. Don't risk it. The COVID-19 vaccine for children 5 and up is the most effective way to keep kids safe and in school. Ask your child's doctor what they think.
This weekend only, get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in-store and online, and interest-free financing for 5 years. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin is on now at Ashley.
We'll take a look at this video from Pennsylvania capturing a runaway tire smashing into a police cruiser can only be described as in your face. The close call dash cam video provided by Spring Township PD shows the errant tire coming off an oncoming truck. It hops the curb headed straight into the windshield of the parked cruiser, which contained 2 officers who were thankfully uninjured. Their body cams captured another angle of the bizarre incident. The cruiser suffered significant damage.
Well, they're very lucky.
Yeah, damage a tire can cause is amazing. And the truck kept going without a tire on it?
Well, yeah, what happened to the truck? That's what I was just going to ask.
They're okay. That's the good thing.
Yeah, that is important. And, you know, we're also tracking some flurries still hanging out in our area, but we're also watching out for a few more snow chances here over the next few days, and especially for this next week. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll have a look at your extended forecast coming up right after this.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Just 2 pills for all-day pain relief. Aleve it and see what's possible. And also try Aleve X topical pain relief.
My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately, I've seen this change in her.
Once-weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Your senator is working with Donald Trump to take away your right to vote.
That's exactly what Ron Johnson is doing. It's why we must pass the Freedom to Vote Act.
With the Bucks, Alex Lasry took a stand.
Alex Lasry has used his power to expand voting rights.
I'll be a senator about action, not talk. We need to protect voting rights.
What makes him tick is his love and respect for people.
Equity and justice make us stronger. Alex gets it done.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back. I tell you what, on a day like today, it feels a lot better to be doing the weather indoors than like we did outside earlier today. It's cold out there, and you'll definitely notice that drop in temperatures for today, but you're also going to notice the rise in temps again by the time we reach tomorrow. So this cool down that we're seeing here, the cold, it's back, but it's not going to be around for too long, as we do actually see the 30s returning to the forecast even as soon as tomorrow. So we're going to be around 10 degrees warmer. But this evening, still a chance to see a few flurries. Late Friday as well, a few flurries, a possibility of a lighter snow shower. But next week, we are also tracking another snow chance, and there still could be quite a few changes here with that over these next few days. But right now, what's currently outside, it's missing us for the most part. If you wanted all that snowfall, it has shifted down to our south, but areas around Chicago and especially farther to the south, they are really picking up some high snowfall totals. We're also seeing some heavy downpours as well around Cincinnati, and farther south, we were even looking at some strong to severe thunderstorms. So what does that mean here for the state of Wisconsin? Well, again, it missed us for the most part. We saw a few flurries, some lighter snow showers, but that's just about it. And it's really for some of our southernmost communities. So it didn't really cause too many concerns here for us today, which is good news, especially for the roadways if you're planning on getting out there and moving around. But our future track does show just that potential for a few more flurries. Then it's going to clear out overnight, and it's going to take the clouds with it. So that's really going to drop our temperatures as well. The northwesterly breeze will also help with that. But then in the morning, we're going to see those winds shifting, starting to come from the south. Winds are going to pick up at times here for tomorrow, but it'll help to bring the temperatures back up to the upper 20s and low 30s just in time for that next system to move through. Now, this is only going to bring a dusting at best here for a lot of spots, maybe a few tenths of an inch, but a lot of areas aren't going to see anything stacking up on the ground. Just a few flurries or snow showers towards the evening, and that's about it there. So our future track does show for the rest of today, really not going to see too much. But then for that next system here for Friday night, a dusting, few tenths of an inch are going to be a possibility, but other than just a few slick spots early in the morning, shouldn't really cause too many concerns. The next system after that we're actually watching out for is after this upcoming weekend. We're looking at this upcoming Tuesday, even Monday and Tuesday. That's where we are looking at that chance to see some snowfall. Again, it looks like some of the heavier snowfall is going to be up north, but we could also see a little bit of some rainfall mixing in. I do, however, think this is mainly going to be a snow system moving through our area. Not expected to see a ton of overall snowfall, but we could still see quite a few changes here with this extended forecast, especially by the time we do reach that Monday and Tuesday. But an evening snow shower, again, possible for our Friday. Temperatures a little bit warmer for tomorrow, but also quite breezy outside. And we're going to see those winds also picking up at times here over the next week or two.
No, Mark said it's too late for snow now.
We're done.
Too late?
Anna's chance.
Hey, you know, I'll change some things here. We'll switch it up so we'll see some rainfall, 40s and 50s. I wish I had that power. I really do.
Some people just want to know, so we'll see what happens.
Right.
All right, Austin, thank you.
Thanks, Austin.
Well, a lot of companies, organizations, and Facebook users celebrate Throwback Thursdays.
So we thought we'd join in the fun, and we're calling it Travelers Throwback Thursday.
For 30 years, we aired my feature stories under the Traveler banner. So every Thursday, we're going to throw it back. Here's a preview.
You're looking at the world's largest and only bowling ball clock.
Harley May and Shine's bowling ball clock was certainly a memorable time, especially when the clock struck 12:59:59.
They call it the Big Dump.
And I work here at the Worm Laboratory. As a matter of fact, they call me the Czar of the Underworld. I like worms and worms like me. Dance, worms, dance.
George Schroeder sure loved his worms, be it dancing or cooked up in a cookie. But as we found out, one worm stole the show.
This is Star Herman the Worm, the most talked about, the most photographed, the most valuable worm in the world.
We will never forget Bridget Dickinson, who was learning how to deliver mail by boat in Lake Geneva. We have a feeling she'll never forget this moment either.
This is the Heart Attack Band. They don't cause them. Every member has had one.
Oh, turn your dreams to a fact, it's up to you.
Sadly, Bob Parrish is no longer with us, but his story and his music will live on. We can't wait to meet more Bob Parrishes as we embark on our next chapter. Mark Kane, News 3.
I'll spend with you these precious days. I'll spend with you.
What a voice. This is going to be fun.
Oh, so these were stories you did every Thursday on interesting people and places.
I did them all the time. We were just throwing back Thursday.
And you called them The Traveler.
The Traveler. We went all over southern Wisconsin and a lot of memorable people.
Yeah, maybe we could do some updates on a few of them.
We will.
A few of these people. Looking forward to that.
All right, every Thursday. So coming up next year on Live Before, Consumer Reports has their top 10 cars of the year. We'll have a sneak peek.
And then coming up next hour at 5, an in-depth conversation with Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes about the uptick in gun violence in Madison.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. During our President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets, including our Tempur-Ergo Smart Base that automatically adjusts while you sleep to help reduce snoring. Right now, save up to $300 on Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Queens start at $22.99, and you get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. With Steinhoffels special financing, your new mattress has never been more affordable. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get $25 on every new line. Call or go online.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
The
Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back at the Alliant Energy Center Expo Hall in Madison, February 25th through the 27th. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with new gear. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with awesome seminars. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with hard-to-find boats. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with family activities. Go to wifishingexpo.com for details. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Outdoor News, Don's Marine, Fox Sports 1070 The Game, Lucas Oil, and Explore Lacrosse.
Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes makes an appeal to community members in light of a recent wave of shots fired incidents. What he's asking residents to do to help tonight at 5.
A few flurries possible tonight. Otherwise, a cold trend expected for the next few days. We'll take a closer look at when we might see a few more snowflakes in the forecast.
Then at 6, her love for sled dog racing has taken her from the Iditarod to a successful children's book series, and now an exciting new chapter. Find out what's next tonight at 6.
Where do we end up today? St. Louis.
Now, remember we saw St. Louis, what was it, yesterday or the day before?
67 degrees.
Wow, looks different.
They're in the part of that snowstorm hitting them. It's, 27 degrees there right now and snowing.
That's a pretty shot.
Well, by now you've heard about the challenges of buying a new car. So if you're in the market or you're going to be in the market soon, you'll want something worth waiting for and paying for.
That's where Consumer Reports can help with its list of the top new cars on the road. Leah Linscheid tells us more.
The Consumer Reports car team has sorted through data from more than 50 tests, along with information about reliability, owner satisfaction, and safety to determine this year's top vehicles.
All of our top picks come with standard forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection. These safety features have been proven to save lives. And new for this year, top picks are also required to have standard highway speed automatic emergency braking.
If your budget is under $25,000, CR says the Nissan Sentra is a low-cost, high-value sedan. CR considers the Honda Accord the definitive family sedan with a roomy interior, pleasant ride, and impressive fuel efficiency. And if miles per gallon is the key to your heart, the Toyota Prius will wow you with 52 MPGs.
Combining fuel efficiency and fantastic reliability and owner satisfaction scores, the Prius and Prius Prime plug-in hybrid are the benchmark among hybrids. In fact, the Prius has been one of our top picks for 19 years.
Nissan's Rogue Sport was the top SUV under $25,000, and it comes standard with key safety equipment that are add-ons for competing models. Other SUVs on the list include the 3-row Kia Telluride, the Lexus RX, and Toyota's RAV4 Prime plug-in hybrid. The Ford Mustang Mach-E makes its debut on CR's list. This pony blends being green with a fun-to-drive character and SUV versatility. And for truck lovers out there, CR says to check out the Honda Ridgeline. This American-made pickup has redefined what a truck can be. It's a good fit for the commuter, family chauffeur, and weekend warrior. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Linscheid. Safe drive.
Thank you, Leah. Consumer Reports says prices for new cars and trucks continue to climb, up 12.2% over the past year, driven by pandemic-related factory shutdowns as well as that computer chip shortage.
There is a silver lining, though. Your trade-in will never be worth more than it is today, and that may put you in a better position to buy a newer car.
All right, when we come back, the doctor will see us now. Dr. Zorba Pastor's in.
We'll talk about the ending of the mask mandate, and we'll take your questions. Hi, Zorba. The number to call, 608-270-9933. We'll take your calls after the break.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more?
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast burrito.
So can I get chorizo?
Yeah, metaphorically, yeah.
Carnitas.
Just chicken. Just give me a bunch of chicken.
Oh, bacon?
Oh, wait, there isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot sauce. Can I get chips?
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Burritos.
Sure.
Okay.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Shop the President's Day sale and save at Grand Appliance. Great deals like this Samsung 4.5 cubic foot front load washer with steam for just $748, or this 22 cubic foot LG French door fridge for just $1398. But that's not all. Exclusively at Grand, you can also add up to $250 in extra savings on select purchases of our most popular brands. Don't wait. Shop online or in store at Grand Appliance, the appliance experts since 1930.
Jordan is soul for the mornings. Choose to be grateful. The tune of Georgia football, where books meet Black Mecca. Should you move to Canada? Grasping French, à la fois, tragedy in the Middle East, trumpet and freedom, and spirit, thought, and jazz. The mystery of that Basquiat, a shrimp Creole for our times, that healing saxophone thing, mixing it up Brazilian style. What feelings sound like finding a voice far away.
But Senator Ron Johnson is putting...
You know what's interesting? Liberal groups have already spent $12 million falsely attacking me and engaging in the politics of personal destruction. Their allies in the media have dutifully piled on. Why? Because they can't defend the disastrous results of their policies. During this campaign, I intend to discuss issues that impact your life. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I'm concerned about inflation, open borders, and rising crime, just like you.
Here's the newest spin on Wisconsin Lottery scratch games. It's X times the money, a new family of games with prices from $1 to $20. The bigger the ticket, the bigger the multiplier and top prize, all the way up to $200,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
Welcome back. Traffic looking quite nice around the area as of right now. Just a few slow spots at our normal areas that are pretty slow at this time. If we saw the snow about a few hundred miles to the north, then we would really be talking about some traffic concerns. But thankfully right now, haven't heard of any incidents, and things are moving along quite nicely around the area.
Austin, thank you. Trevor Moschers and his wife thought their three-year-old bulldog Freya was done birthing her litter of puppies when suddenly another dog was born, and this one was different than the other ones. This one was green. The rare discoloration is thought to happen when light-colored puppies come in contact with the green pigment found in bile. Since her birth, the green pigment has faded day by day, will continue to do so. Green puppies are very rare, so the Moschers think this little girl is something special.
I was just going to say, it'll bring somebody good luck.
Absolutely. Well, it's time now to talk to Dr. Zorba Pastor. He's taking your phone calls at 270-608-270-9933. If you have any medical questions for Zorba Pastor, call in now. There he is.
Hi, Zorba. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
So the mask mandate is ending in Dane County March 1st. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a good idea. I think people are tired of masks, but I think that individual restaurants, individual venues can decide whether or not people should wear masks. Like at the Overture Center right now, you've got to be immunized to go into Overture, and they'll decide whether or not to wear a mask. And it's going to be based on what people want to do. But I think at this point, the death rates are going down. I think Omicron has done a job of basically, taking a lot of people and immunizing them. And we have more people immunized than before. So I think now is the time to actually do it, and it'll be an individual decision. I went shopping today for groceries. I wore a mask. I'm going to still wear a mask.
Yeah, I guess we have to remember sometimes this gets all tied up in politics, but these decisions are really data-driven, and the cases are down.
Right.
Are we near an endemic in this?
I think it's probably going to be here for a long, long time, and it's going to be like influenza. I think that's ultimately what it's going to be. We lived with influenza certainly before the pandemic of 100 years ago, and we're going to be living with this, and maybe we get a yearly immunization for COVID. Only time will tell. We really don't know what the answer is.
All right, we have a call here. Let's go to Patty in Fitchburg. Hi, Patty. What's your question?
Well, my question is, how long does it usually take an S1, L5 fracture to heal of the back?
Well, anything in the back, you automatically assume anything when you break a bone is going to take 6 to 12 weeks, more on the 12-week side than the 6-week side. So if you break your ankle, for instance, you may be able to walk after 6 weeks. It's not fully healed for about 12 weeks. So I would say 3 months and pretty much you're at a good healing plateau.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Thanks for the call. And it's nice that people are calling about other things now rather than just coronavirus.
Right. Maybe people are now thinking about other things. And one of the things I think we have to think about is the stress that people have had under the coronavirus. So if you haven't, if you feel like you're mentally stressed, talk to your healthcare provider, look at an antidepressant, look at some counseling. It's a big issue, and that depression and stress is not going away that quickly. It's going to stay here for a while.
And a lot of people put off a lot of medical tests and procedures because of the pandemic, and maybe now it's time to revisit those.
Absolutely, 100%. A lot of people have not gotten breast cancer screening, colon cancer screening, haven't gotten screening for a lot of other things, diabetes and so on. So I think it's important to look at that. And in fact, the CDC has issued exactly some guidance on that, the fact that chronic medical problems have not been addressed that well, and we've got to address them. Otherwise, our society is not going to get back to the health that it was before the coronavirus.
All right, let's go to Roy. Hi, Roy. What's your question?
I would like to know if he heard about a chemical heart attack.
Well, I'm not sure what a chemical heart attack is exactly. I've never heard of that at all. But heart attacks are when one part of your heart actually dies or is under stress and is about to die. And then, of course, we either give medications, sometimes we'll give stents, and quite often people have heart attacks and we just don't get to the hospital in time. But I haven't heard of something called a chemical heart attack.
Do you think maybe he meant the chemical stress test that they sometimes give you?
Oh, that's right. But that's very different. Chemical stress test, instead of getting you on a treadmill and moving around, we actually give medications intravenously that gets the heart stressed, and then we can look and see whether or not you've had a heart attack that we haven't seen under a normal EKG. Stress test will bring out heart disease that actually isn't there, and so it's a very important medical tool that we have for people who we think are at risk.
All right, good catch there, Susan. Let's go to Al in Monroe. Hi, Al. What's your question? Hi there.
Say, Dr. Zorba, I recently was put on blood thinners and wondered about, I'm a long-time blood donor, and I probably cannot give blood after that, right?
I don't think the Red Cross will want you to give blood because it's going to be in your body. So I think the answer is yes. You're probably not going to be able to do it. You have to check with them, but I don't think they do it when you're on a blood thinner.
All right, I think we have time for one more quick call. Larry from Orfordville. Hi, Larry.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your question?
Yeah, when a knee is blown out completely, there is no knee anymore, and they put hardware in there, and like for 5 months you're laid up with a stiff leg. They put in what they call a hinge knee. What's your opinion on that?
Oh, I think artificial knees are incredible. I think they have turned the life for so many people into a better way. It used to be that people walked around commonly with canes. Now people who needed canes years ago don't need canes now because artificial knees are put in. And the real issue is after your knee is put in, you've got to work hard on physical therapy to get that knee to a range of motion that works for you.
Modern medicine. All right, we're out of time. Thank you, Zorba. Thank you all for calling in. We'll do this again soon.
Thank you, Zorba. Great to see you.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Is price inflation costing you way more now for food, shelter, and basic expenses? Is paying credit cards and high debt now getting harder? I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Call Geraci Law to see about Chapter 7 or 13 to eliminate or consolidate as low as $275 a month. On your phone, from your home, or old school in person. $0 down to start. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
No matter what you do,
who you are, or how much money you earn. When it comes to doing taxes, don't go it alone. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will make certain you don't miss out on a single deduction. Get the biggest refund you deserve at Jackson Hewitt.
We don't want to live in a city where we hear gunfire.
Madison's police chief responds after multiple shots fired incidents in Madison Wednesday night. Find out what he's asking from community members to help fight this growing problem tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
Her love for sled dog racing led her from Alaska's Iditarod to a successful children's book series.
The sled dogs really teach us about life.
Her next chapter, straight out of the movies. Charlotte Deleste visits the Musher Mama tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Getting cold tonight with a low of 2 degrees. An early flurry or so is possible, especially towards the evening, but then partly cloudy skies will take over for the rest of tonight. A little bit warmer tomorrow with the low 30s. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget to wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the $9.95 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, we have an update on that porch-pirated pickle we told you about in Portland.
And it's a perfect ending. The Portland Pickles found themselves in a dilemma, but they held a press conference today announcing a brine bath awaits mascot Dylan T. Pickle now that he's been found. Pickles originally went missing while flying back from the Dominican Republic. Delta lost the luggage containing the mascot. Delta found the bag. It was delivered to the Pickles office after hours. It was left on the porch. Ring surveillance video shows Pickle was porch pirated. Someone found the luggage on a city bus and dropped it off at a Voodoo Donut shop. No questions asked. The team says Dylan T. Pickles is a little bruised up, but they can put him back in the jar to replenish his powers.
Very good.
A happy ending for the Pickles.
In Portland.
That's right. That's our time now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.